It's pretty frustrating. There's not much in the way of options either, naturally, since it's not as if I could take a train back to Boston. But it's one of those situations that you don't have any control over, and everybody's being pretty patient about it. And I think it's putting some of the hotels into odd situations. A lot of the travelers, people that are desperate to get home. Fortunately, I have a wife who's taking care of things at home for me, and a workplace that isn't threatening to fire me yet. So I just got to kind of hang out.
The latest word on the Associated Press wires is that they're going to open up flights tomorrow, Tuesday. They found some airspace that's been engineered by the authorities over there. So do you have any chance of getting on a flight tomorrow?
No, because everybody who's been backed up, the airport's been closed, at least here at Charles de Gaulle in Paris, for 4 days. So all of those people are ahead of me in line. My flight wasn't supposed to leave till yesterday. It also depends on the airline. I think Air France was making more. They were able to work. They had another airport they could use. They were flying some people out of the southern part of France, Toulouse. They did that yesterday and the day before, but when I tried to get into that routine, they said they're out of planes down there now, so they don't even have aircraft to fly out of there. I know that the airlines are pressing the government to open up some of these, some of the airspace, and they've been doing experimental flights. I hadn't heard that they're actually it's going to be a transatlantic flight they're going to try tomorrow.
Yeah, apparently they're opening up 3 different airspaces. One is a little more hazardous than the other 2, but it looks like it's a done deal, and it looks like quite a few flights are going to be allowed to leave Europe tomorrow.
Well, that's interesting. I know when we were talking to the guys at the airport today, I said, well, maybe I should take a train down to Rome and fly from there, and he's like, no, Italy's closed. Well, how about Madrid? They're open off and on. And then to the north, he said Denmark's, that airport is operating occasionally. But then you're in the situation of how much do you spend to get to a place and not know if you're going to be able to leave anyhow.
Right. So what is your realistic idea of when you can return?
Well, I didn't, leaving the airport today, my impression was that it was still going to remain closed indefinitely. And so I actually did get booked on the next available flight was, the next available seat was on a Saturday afternoon flight. So I got a ticket for that, but I'm not, it's still a flux situation whether if they open up airports before then, maybe there's a way to get on an airplane before then.
Have you been able to watch any of the news coverage over there about this issue? No?
No, we don't have a TV in this apartment. I've got internet, and so I've just been searching newspapers for information, and it's the information is sometimes a little dated. I mean, even the headline today was, Air France is flying out of Toulouse. Well, I learned that yesterday, and I was going out to the airport today to do it, and by the time I got there, they were declared the newspaper was incorrect. They are not flying out of Toulouse because they don't have any more airplanes down there.
So the silver lining in the ash cloud is you get to spend a lot of time with your daughter.
I think that's a real privilege. I'm trying to convince her to feel the same way.
She ready to kick old Dad out?
Not yet. She did threaten to send me to a youth hostel if this thing lasted much longer, and I told her I no longer qualify for youth hostels.
All right, Bill. Hey, look, can you bring back a dozen croissants for the newsroom?
I don't think that would be advisable. They'd be crushed and probably half-eaten. But no, the weather, it's interesting. The weather here is actually beautiful. Chesley noted it's a little bit hazy today, but we've had sunny days, and yesterday was the parks were jammed with Parisians who were enjoying their first sunny spring Sunday. Mm-hmm.